Hi guys, the weather in the UK has been very wet lately and I'm getting very muddy boots when I walk the dog, so I decided to make a boot washer or cleaner. So keep watching and I'll show you how to make it. So to build the boot washer, the first thing I did was to buy 3 brush heads, a hose spray adapter. Then I raided my wood store for some scrap pallet wood. The plan was to mount the brush heads in a frame made of wood, a brush on either side and one underneath. I used the brush heads as spacers between the top and bottom and then measured and marked a length of wood to fit across them. Next I cut 2 lengths of wood to the size. Then I marked the width of the brush head, then using that line as a starting point I marked the width of the second piece of wood. I drilled 3 pilot holes through the wood. And countersunk the back of the holes. I applied some exterior wood glue to the 2 pieces of wood. I placed them together and held them by hand. Drilled a pilot hole and screwed it in place. It was about this point that I discovered my power driver had run out of charge, but I carried on and drilled 2 more pilot holes and screwed in 2 more screws. I marked the width of the brush on the mounting face, found the centre line and marked the position of 2 mounting holes for the brush head. Using the 2 offcuts of wood from earlier, I marked the height of the frame and cut them to size. Then I drilled some pilot holes into the side supports, countersunk them and screwed them into place. I did exactly the same thing for the second side. Then I drilled 2 mounting holes in each side support. These are to mount the side supports to the front and back rails. The next job was to mount the brush head. Then I mounted the whole assembly on the top and bottom rails. Next I made the whole thing again for the right hand side and positioned it where I thought it would work best. Then attached it to the top and bottom rails. To attach the bottom brush, I marked a length of wood to fit between the top and bottom rails. This was attached by 2 screws on either side. Next I drilled some mounting holes for the bottom brush. Then I attached the bottom brush with 2 screws. I then added 2 lengths of wood to make a foot platform. The idea behind this was that standing on it would stop the cleaner from moving about while in use. The next job was to drill a hole for the hose spray adapter. Luckily it measured 1 inch or 25mm, which was the same diameter as the existing hole in the broom head, so we used a 25mm hole saw to extend the hole through the frame. Because this was going to spend a lot of its time wet, I used decking treatment to help waterproof it, and the final job was just to fit the hose spray adapter, which is just a push fit. So that was the boot washer finished. The only thing left was to walk the dog and give it a try. So the boot washer's worked out really well. It's much easier to clean boots now. So thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.